Hello everyone! For our project today, we're going to start with picking what animal we'd like to do. So we're going to be using tangrams to make an ocean scene, and we're going to be using both geometric and organic shapes. So for our animals, we're going to use geometric shapes. So I can choose from a whale, a shark, a lobster, a fish, even a seahorse. We've got an angelfish and a turtle. So I think I'm gonna start with doing a turtle. So I'm gonna get my reference and then I'm gonna start to build my turtle with my tangrams. So if I was an elementary school student, as I'm building it, I would want to say what each shape is. So I'm going to start with putting my large triangles together, like in the picture. Then I'm going to get my medium triangle to be the top fin. Then I'm going to use my little triangles to make the back legs, and my parallelogram or rhombus for the other front leg, and then my square for the head. So there's my shape, and now I'm going to use my whole hand and I'm going to slide it this way and slide my reference out. And you might have to readjust it a little bit because the next thing we want to do is to make a strong composition. So to make a strong composition, I want to think of the rule of thirds. So if I split my paper into thirds this way, this is vertically, or this way horizontally, what would make my picture look good? So I'm gonna bring my turtle down a little bit. I'm thinking that I'm gonna want some seaweed down here. So I'm gonna leave some space at the bottom and have it just like that. So that's my first step, is to place my animal in a spot. I see, my turtle's not right in the middle of the page, so I think that's going to be a good composition. And maybe give me some room. Ooh, maybe I want some bubbles up here. So actually, if I scoot my turtle to the other side, then I can make my turtle look like he's blowing bubbles. Okay, so I think that's what I want to do. All right, so there's where he's going to be. Now I'm going to pick a crayon color. We're going to do crayon because they're made of wax. And the method, or one of the art techniques that we're learning today, is wax resist. So with wax resist, you use a crayon to do your outlines or even some patterns of lines on your geometric shapes. And then we'll put watercolor over it for a really cool effect. So I'm going to carefully trace each of my shapes using my crayon. I can use any color. And then as I do each shape, I can move it aside so that it's easier to work with. I did my square. Now I'm doing my large triangles. And even though these are together, I want to underline in between them to really show how I use shapes to make my turtle. Also, when you're working with elementary school students, if you want to integrate some great math knowledge, that happens with little crayons, so use big ones if you have little kids. But if you really want to integrate your math knowledge into the art project, you would want them to think about how many sides and how many corners does each shape have, starting to classify them. right, so there, I'm almost done with my turtle. It's looking super cute. All right, there we go.